Peace, family. Peace, yo, family. From time to time, I like to analyze the debates that I've had at Speaker's Corner. I've got a playlist on my YouTube channel. If you guys haven't already checked it out, called Sarah at Speaker's Corner. Please go check that one out. But yeah, I was analyzing them. I was actually going through a few of them and having a little chuckle to myself. And I came across one that I had with Ali Dawah. Not the one I had with Ali Dawah and Muhammad Hijab. It's on Titans TV. I had it with just Ali Dawah. And we were talking about proving Allah and also energy, right? And analyzing it made me realize I haven't debated a religious person in a while, like a proper debate since, when was it? Since I did Imam Bashir. But the burden of proof thing is a real. It seems like it's a real problem for religious people to grasp. And Ali said to me, I'm supposed to disprove Allah. I'm supposed to disprove it. And yeah, it's weird to think that people think that's an argument. Like, as if the base that they're coming from is that they're right, okay, and what you've got to do is disprove what they say, and them not having to come to you and prove what they say. You're supposed to listen to them, assume that they're right, and then disprove them. Um, it's a very weird concept. It's a very weird concept. I was also analysing sorry, as part of the debate, he said that as an external force from outside the universe, right, caused the universe. So then I asked him a very simple question during that debate. I said, "What do we know outside of our universe?" He said, "We don't know much." And I was like, "We don't know much. We don't know anything outside our universe. We don't know of anything outside our universe, right?" And Harry Hill, peace. Yo, Indian sing, we live, baby, we live. I don't know for how long though. I'm skiving right now. Yeah, so yeah, when he said something that was outside the universe, and I asked him what we know outside the universe, and he said, "Oh, not much." That's when I realized that he's not firing on all cylinders. Um, yeah, to think that there's something outside of the universe when it hasn't been proven. I'm talking about Ali one of my debates with Ali Dawah, John G. Um, I'm just analysing past debates. I was going through them. I was going through my playlist, which you lot should check out on my channel called Sarah at Speaker's Corner. Um, is the sun reflecting? Yeah, it's probably better. No, it's not better. Yeah, so I want you guys to check out those debates, man, because yeah, the outside universe thing was very interesting because yeah, like you can't prove an outside the universe. I even had that same debate with the Somali guy called Ahmed about something being outside the universe, and I don't know, they don't seem to grasp it. Everything we know of is the universe, right? So how can there be an outside of it if everything that we know of is the universe? The universe literally means all existing matter and space. Done. Anfield Road End. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. What was the other one that I saw? The blah, 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 blah. Myself and Gary is one of them, and we debated this Jamaican Muslim guy, and Gary brought the hadiths where it stated that Adam's right shoulder was struck and it emitted from it white ants, and his left shoulder was struck and it was emitted like black ants, and the black ants were for hell and the white ants were for heaven. And we were like, what? Like, if the blacks are for hell and the whites are for heaven, then it was this like Arab dude, and I told him that he would like, because he's like not black or white, he'd go somewhere in between. The sun's coming out, it's cool, sun's shining. Peace, family, peace. Somali Ahmed has now become a Quranist. I don't know if he still believes in the same things. He has become a Quranist, Indian Singh. I mean, I'd like to think that I was a little bit of a catalyst for that, but I don't think his ego would allow him to say that I was a catalyst. So I will leave that one. Do you get what I'm saying? I will leave that one. But at least he's thinking. At least he's actually thinking. I actually debated him, not debated him, but I spoke to him the other day on one of Titan's TV's things, and he was actually saying that he doesn't do the hadith. Now remember, this is the guy that told you Satan was in the nose, and he was fighting hard for that. He was fighting hard for that hadith. And what is it, a year or two later, now he's like, he doesn't take it. And I was like, whoa, okay, fair enough. That's good. Sarah, the only debater that managed to rattle the Dawa teams. Debate with the Somali guy and Ansar in the background. When you ask the man has children, has it ever lied to him? And the Somali replied, no. Oh yeah, John G, that was a funny one, you know. That was actually a funny one. But that's the level, but you have to understand though, when you debate people, right, and they know what you're saying is right, and they know they're talking shit, and they still say it. And that was crazy when he said that his children never lied. And he brought the analogy of the teacher and God. And then he tried to tell me that I brought the analogy. I'm telling you. The debate of old that kept me coming back to Speaker's Corner by Titans TV. Thank you very much, SMWA. They don't do debates like that anymore. I don't think. I think those days are gone. Those days at Speaker's Corner have disappeared, man. Those actually cool debates where people would stand and trade, and it would be like a duel and a joust type thing to see whose mind was sharpest and all that kind of stuff. Nah, I think those days are gone now. Yeah, all we have now is like shouting and fights and BS, really. Somebody asked me the other day if I would do another formal debate with somebody, and I was like, I don't know if I would. I actually don't know if I would. I don't know, it's the best hidden secret to Islam. So he definitely had an impact on his beliefs. I think so. Peace from Malaysia, how you doing? Still go back and watch your old debates. Thank you, Jordan Ship. That's what I'm saying. I went back and watched a few. I watched, like last night, I think I watched about 5. Sarah turned me atheist to Simon Phoenix. Did I? Okay. Yeah, I think so. I watched about 5. I even watched, like, you know, it's funny because people are constantly filming, right? You find debates that I found debates that I didn't realize were on the internet. You know, Reason Over Dogma. How you doing? I ain't seen you in a while, man. Yeah, you find debates that you didn't know you actually had. I had this debate with this lady, this Muslim girl, and a couple other Somalian guys. Yeah, and we were talking about energy again, and they couldn't. Yo, Sarah, join the debate league, bro. Says Warrior Hebrew Perry. How you doing, Hebrew Perry? I haven't seen you in a while. Still watch the debate with Nsinko, sorry. With Hijab putting his hands on me. Yeah, that was that was an interesting one. I think that's one of the first ones where people, I think that was the one that made them really angry. I think when I took on Hijab and I took on what's his name? Shabir Youssef, and made them look stupid. I think that's the one that made them real angry, and they were like, you know, then they started having meetings about me and all that kind of stuff. It was yeah, Shabir was another one. Oh my gosh, Shabir was another one, man. He was another slippery character. Shabir Shuffle, that's remember that one. The Shabir Shuffle was coined then. Even Hamza was frustrating. I said this before. Hamza was frustrating because he's just slippery and slidey, like, and he would lie and just openly lie, and I don't know, man. They were having meetings about me, Johnny G. They were having meetings about me, and I was sitting down saying, oh, this guy is this and this guy is that, and if you're gonna talk to him, then ask him about his beliefs and blah blah blah. You know how these people go on, and then they just come and act like they never had the meeting. You know how they like to lie to your face. These people are like born liars, bro. I'm telling you. AR23 was good, Ian, man. Was good, fam. You guys give me some of the classic debates. I remember, trust me. Yeah, give me some of your classic debates. There's loads, you know. I didn't realize there were so many. How do you stay so calm during debates? No, most people full of shit. But that's because Darian, if you get angry in a debate, right? If you get angry in a debate, you've lost, because that's what it looks like to the public. If you literally like start going crazy, people are like, nah, he's lost it. He's lost it. So even the thing is, the most frustrating thing is that you know someone's talking shit and you know someone's lying to you, and you still have to keep your calm. So yeah, you and Gary forced him to make a different approach. It's true. Even watching one of Gary's ones, when Gary first introduced yes, I remember when Hijab called me my boy. I sound muffled, do I? Is that the sound? Sorry, man. My phone, I think. I need a new phone, man. Yeah, when Gary spoke to these three Muslims and he first told them about the cave, and he was like, what did he say? He's talking about the cave and how, you know, the blind cousin, the blind uncle was the one that basically introduced him to Islam. And yeah, Gary smashed him with that one. Someone said, I am your father. Yeah, I am. I ended that with, I am your father. Yeah, Gary's taken some time off, man. He's got a lot of work to do. Yes, AR23 and the sperm from the ribs. Gary got them with the sperm from the rib thing. Oi! That was too funny. I remember when Gary and Big Bro were debating. I think it was on COE's channel, and they were talking about when Muhammad was suicidal, and some people couldn't take it. And it's like it's so weird when you read people their own books. Like, it's weird. Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't write this. Gary didn't write it. Big Bro didn't write it. Like, whoever, we didn't write this, but we read it to you, and you've got a real problem with it. And it's like, well, it's your book, you know, like, it's your hadith. Gary and the whale. Oh yeah, Gary with the whale with the world on the whale's back. Listen, Gary smashed them to pieces with that one, you know. The whale on the back. I remember the nun. It was the nun. That's what it's called. It's called the nun, and it was from the hadith. Gary's gold microphone deserves a Ballon d'Or. That's true. He's still got that, you know. When he comes back, I think he will come back. When he comes back, he's got to bring back that mic. Big Bro took it to a new level. It's true. Big Bro did, man. Big Bro came calm, cool, collected, and just dismantled the whole thing. Dismantled the whole shop. Talking pen. The talking pen. Gary had the talking pen. I'm telling you, that was classic. Come on, man. There's been some classic debates, people, man. There have been some classic debates, right, at Speaker's Corner. I've been involved in a few. Gary's been involved in some. Big Bro's been involved in some. He has to come back soon, so straight Dave. Yeah, but the thing is, when he comes back, he's just, what's he coming back to? He's coming back to a circus, though, if we're honest, don't you think? Become a circus, man. Like who would Gary debate if he goes back? Like, even if I went back, who would I debate? Like, who's to debate? What's to debate? The best debate was Sarah versus Ali Dawa and Hijab. I watched that one 3 times. You could never go off the Aisha thing week after week, the Aisha thing, and that pissed them off. Yeah, it did piss them off, but it's true. Big Bro's advantage is that it wasn't Islam. That's very true. SMWA. Yeah, Big Bro was Muslim for nearly 20 years. Muslim for nearly 20 years, man. Big Bro has read those hadiths inside and out. Trust me on that. What are you guys saying? Yeah, this year hasn't been the same in Speaker's Corner. Nah, it ain't. Speaker's Corner has just been about fights and arguments and people coming there to settle beefs. I'm like, lemon egg, what's good? I'm good, man. Yeah, it's not like that anymore, man. It's not. I think the golden era of Speaker's Corner has gone, family. The golden era has gone, man. I'm telling you. And that's why when you go to the older debates, they've got the most views. People are viewing those continuously, but these new ones, nah. Adnan Rashid lost lots of hair, started to gravel. Yeah, he did, man. He ran out of tequila. Yeah, I deleted yesterday's feed because I realised that I've got to save some stuff for the show, and I don't want to go into too much. Yeah, no intelligence left there. Yeah, there's no intelligence left. Who now at Speaker's Corner would you say, yeah, is doing debates and like smashing it? Let's be honest, family. You know, let's be honest. I can't think of someone. I mean, Bob the Builder does a good job when he, you know, from time to time. I believe Bob the Builder can, you know, do a good job. But if it's just Bob, you know, it's like, I just think the golden age is gone. Do you know what I think? I think when you find, when it's religion versus religion, for me, it's kind of like it's two clowns arguing about who's got the best circus, you know. I find that if you get like an alternative view to religion, yeah, then it can be a little bit more spicy. Let's say it can be a little bit of Satan in the Nose. The bald Somali says, yeah, Satan in the Nose was a good one, man. But he no longer believes that. He's a Quranist now. He doesn't do the hadiths. And remember, he's also the one that argued with me that Aisha was 9 years old and she was having sex with the Prophet. And that's in the hadith. It's not in the Quran. And now he's thrown the hadiths out of the window and he's now just a Quranist. And like I said, I'd like to think that I was a little bit responsible for that, without trying to stroke my own ego for a sec. But he wouldn't admit it. But it's good that they're growing. This year, Quranist. Next year, who knows? He might be a pantheist. You know, you never know. Year after, might be an atheist. It's probably Takia by the Somali guy. What's funny though is when I did ask him about that, he did say that he was lying when he had the conversation to me about Satan in the Nose. And I was like, what? That's got nearly like 500,000 views, that debate. Because you were lying all throughout it. He's like, yeah, I was just fucking around. I was like, she's just admitting to lying. It's good, you admit to your takia, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, you want to admit to it, that's cool, but, you know, like, you just basically said you lied all throughout that debate. And I don't think he did lie. I think he believed it at the time. I just think he was just trying to save face. That's my personal view. That's my personal view. So I'm going to ask Somali Ahmed if you actually had something to do with him becoming a Quranist. He'll tell you no, man. He'll tell you no. I'm guaranteed he'll tell you no. Wow. I know a reasonable dogma. Ahmed said he was lying to me the other day. It's on Titans TV's one of the live streams. I was talking to him on one of the live streams. It's on Titans TV. I'm not just saying it. It's actually on there. Because when he started saying that he only follows Quran, I jumped on I heard it. I was in my house. I listened to it. I heard him. I was like, what? Ahmed only follows the Quran? No. I said, send me the link. I want to talk to this guy. So when I spoke to him, I said, listen, bro, you said you only deal with the Quran now, whereas before you were in the Hadith thing. Like, what's going on with that? And then, yeah, you know. When you defend your own doctrine, you result in making so-called exposed videos. Yeah, that's what they do now. Yeah, that's what it's become as well. Like Speaker's Corner. How recent is this Reasonable Dogma? Last week. Literally last week. Yeah, that's what they've resorted to now. Like exposed videos and shit. That's all you got left in your arsenal now, isn't it? You know? Oh, that's all you got left in your arsenal now. Is that, oh, this person exposed. Alright, mate. Whatever. You know, like, whatever. All them racist hadiths, he finally saw the light. Maybe he did see the light. I don't know. I mean, Sharia is a solution for all problems. Okay, looking at the kind of channel. I know it's amazing, Reasonable Dogma. I know it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Your strength in debate is when you tell your opponents, I don't do beliefs. I guess so. Yeah, I mean, when you know You know that. So stupid he was and how ridiculous that hadith verse was. Says Ricardo. Yeah, Ricardo, I actually believe so. I believe he did realize how stupid he was. He probably had an epiphany moment, and he doesn't want to totally let go of the whole religion. Do you know what I mean? So he's like, all right then, well, I'm not going to do the hadith now. I'm just going to do the Quran. So that's probably where he's at, if I'm honest. If we make like an honest assessment. But like I said, he's growing. Like I said, next year could be a pantheist. Year after could be an atheist. You know what I mean? He might go into Buddhism and just start, I don't know, meditating. I like the G circle as a target now. Yeah. It's like the G circle is a target now. I think they now see what you were subjected to. Yeah, well, you know, the thing is, there's full circle moments, man. AR23. There's full circle moments. Like, it seems like, yeah, it does seem like they are the target now. But you know, like I've said to people already, that this ideology to me is a get down with us or lay down. You're either with us or you're the enemy type situation. And for me, it doesn't really matter how long you kind of stay on the fence. They're either going to push you off the fence onto their side or drag you off the fence onto the non-believer side. Do you know what I mean? They need you to be on the side. So if anybody thinks that it's just going to be, oh yeah, I don't have to pick a side and it's going to be cool, it's like, shit. I'm just saying, like, they're gonna push you, bro. Like they don't do the whole fence sitting thing. They're gonna push you. So yeah, exposed. Everyone's exposed, man. So I mean, you gotta think to yourself. You know, if you spend time on your computer trying to dig up information on people, trying to discredit people, like, it's a very sad and negative way to kind of be. Do you get what I'm saying? For me, anyway, I wouldn't take time out to do that. I've got shit to do. Like, imagine I come home on the computer. Imagine I'm on the computer. You know what I mean? And the woman walks in. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm just trying to dig up some information on people and make an exposed video. Trying to find some half-naked pictures of some guys to. She came look at me like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, the bathroom needs cleaning, man. Go fucking clean the bathroom or some shit. You're on the computer doing that dumb shit. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, for real. Sorry, babe. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, you gotta be kind of a sad individual to really do that shit. For me. Anyway, yeah. But hey, what do I know? Huh? What do I know? What you guys saying? Being black and Muslim, you really don't belong anywhere. Mate, I said them black Muslims, man, they're a different breed, man. Bigger Belly was swinging with the flossing backpack kid. Who's that? Who's the flossing backpack kid? What do you make of men wearing tight white maxi dresses with pink headscarves praying together every Friday? Yeah, well, you know. Anyway, another debate. Give me another debate that was a classic, fam. Yeah, Sarah told Ahmed if Allah told him to kill his son, he would kill him. He did. He said if Allah told him to kill his son, he would kill him. And then that's when Callum said to him, well, how would you know it's Allah telling you to kill your son? And he said, oh, I'd know. So how would you know it was Allah? And he said, oh, I'd know. And he's like, hang on a minute. There are times when Muhammad, your prophet, didn't even know whether it was Allah's voice or the devil's voice, but you would know. Bonjour, Mark 5150. How you doing? I mean, the level of denial and cognitive dissonance is very high, though. You know what I mean? When you're debating. I mean, I realize that going into a debate that at some point I'm going to get pissed off. At some point I'm going to get lied to. At some point people are going to get angry. At some point people are going to try and throw you off. So at some point people are going to go low blows. They're going to try and target your past or what. That's just how you do. Bigger Valley is probably the only black guy I've seen who doesn't know how to throw a punch. That was embarrassing, Bigger, if you're watching. What are you lot talking about? Who was fighting? Was Bigger fighting? I didn't see that. But yeah, I think black people are so receptive to others' cultures, religions, and beliefs, says Ashke. Because they've been removed from their own, I would say. You got to think about the history of black people. You got to think about the history that black people have gone through, man. They've been removed from a lot of their culture. And so when you get removed from who you are, it's very easy to superimpose something else. It's very easy to grab onto something else because you don't have yours. You don't have your original thing. You know what I mean? So it's easy to grab onto something else. Yeah. Do you think you've opened any religious minds or broken a few? I think I have. You never know who's watching, you see. That's why you've got to always keep talking. You never know who's watching. And people have approached me in the street. People have approached me when I'm in the club. People have approached me, you know, when I'm at a traffic light, you know, and they said, oh yeah, you know, we saw your thing and I liked your thing and you made me think about this. And, you know, people, you know, inbox me all the time about all that stuff. So, yeah, I think I have changed a few minds, I guess. And that's what, you know, what my goal is just to make people think. You know, when you start thinking, you start to gain knowledge, you start to see things differently, then you can have conversations. Because not everyone's got the answer, do you know what I mean? Like, we've got to expand our minds to kind of have conversations to learn from one another. Most Muslims have been brainwashed from the early ages. Sarah, Big Bro, Gary, open my eyes for real. Jadi and Hijab doing nude MMA for charity. Don't know about that. Yeah, I just think, yeah, open your mind, man. Like, I haven't got all the answers on neither of you. So, yeah, you know, let's learn from one another, I guess. Let's have a conversation. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel anyone that's not willing to learn something, to me, is wasting their brain. Because that's what the brain is. The brain's a tool to kind of learn stuff. And if you said, fuck it, I don't want to learn anything else, I'm done. It's like you've got a whole flash drive in here. Who knows how many gigabytes, right, is on your flash drive, and you're telling me you got this much information in your flash drive, in your hard drive, and you don't want to learn anymore? Okay, you know, I think that's a waste of a brain, but go ahead. It's your brain. It's your life. Around the world, how you doing? Biggest says, cut and paste job, there's more before and after. Can't say so too much. Okay. Don't get into no fight, blood. You're not getting paid to fight and no gain. It's true. What do you think about Jamaican Muslim on Callum's live show? He's so Arabized. I agree, but it's, as I said, as a Jamaican, it's very easy to, I mean, Jamaicans generally are Christian, because I'm a Jamaican, but because you've been removed from your culture, we've got like a subculture, you know, but we're mostly Christians. How we became a Muslim, I don't know, but it's easy when you've been removed from your culture. Like, ask them about something African, or, you know, something like, generally African spiritual systems have been demonized by Abrahamic religion, so which is why so many Africans who are in Abrahamic religions tend to steer away from African spiritual systems, because that's voodoo and it's black magic and it's juju and it's all this kind of shit. Do you know what I mean? So it's very easy for a black person to look at their own systems as evil, whereas, you know, everyone's got a system. Do you know what I mean? Like, but what's interesting is that Sikhism and Hinduism will be looked upon by the Abrahamic religions as evil or magic. Do you know what I mean? But because there's so many people following it, they're like, fuck you. Like, we're doing our shit. We got our magic and you got yours. You know what I mean? But because there's not like a huge following of any, like, necessarily any African spiritual system, then it's like, no, I can't. Because I think it would bring confidence for black people to get into some kind of African spiritual system. I'm not saying that I believe in the spiritual system, but it would bring you a little bit of confidence. You smash Hamza, it was beautiful. Mr. Beliefs are there about. I know this guy wouldn't admit that he had a belief, boy, and I think it took him like 5 months, and then I debated him again. And he was like, yeah, I've got a belief. And it was like, bro, when I first debated you, you were telling me that you ain't got belief, even though you said it like 3 times in the video. But then, as I said, the lies, man. The lies, man. He's a slippery little guy, though. That Hamza. He's a slippery little one. Bless his little cotton socks. You know, when you hold on to something like that, you know, you've got to hold on tight. You've got to lie for it. I mean, I don't have to lie for something, personally, but then part of his ideology is to lie. So what do you say? What do you think about the Pakistani youth in Speaker's Corner being racist, such as rap boy Omar? Listen, anyway, I've said this for years. I've said this for years. Do you know what's so funny? It's funny how these people want to quote unquote, and I bend my 2 fingers when I say this, but they want to talk black. They've got this Jamaican accent going on. Pussy, oh, and you suck your mother, and you play black, trying to talk black, but all the while holding all these racist views towards black people. I think it's amazing. That's why I don't get fooled by that shit. You could talk all the ebonics and slang you want. That don't mean shit to me, bro. Like, that's just me. It doesn't mean shit to me. You can talk all that, yeah, you get me, bruv, yeah, fam, blah, 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 blah. That, seriously, don't mean shit. That's just for me. Like, a lot of black people can get bamboozled with that talk, thinking, yeah, they're like us, bruv, they're like us. What, because they speak like you? But all the while, behind closed doors, they're calling you all kinds of nigger and a beads and all this kind of shit. Fuck that, bro. Like, don't get bamboozled by that shit. I don't get bamboozled by that shit. Like, I like to think I'm a switched on individual, and I've seen that too many times. I'm like, that's how people come in, slide in, yeah, chill with you, yeah, act like they're part of you, and then go somewhere else and say, you see those niggas over there, yeah? Hang on a minute, niggas over there? Weren't you just chilling with those niggas? Crazy, man. Hussein fight was the weirdest. Who did Hussein fight with? That Jamaican dude that sold his soul. People cut his nuts off in a hot minute. I'm telling you, man. He took his black ass to Libya. Boy, I like jerk chicken blood. Exactly, AR-23. So what? You can eat my food. You can talk like Jamaicans talk. Bro, I'm not getting bamboozled by that shit. Same thing, yeah? What happened with the whole Saeed situation? You know, you got calling what Raspek's mama nigga, you know. I'm sorry, what? You gonna call man's mum a nigga? Like, and he's what is he, Bengali or something like that? I'm just like, mate, I don't let motherfuckers bamboozle me with that shit. Do you get me? Like, I don't let you bamboozle me with that shit, sorry. Someone did what? Yeah, Harry's other dog, but you missed it. Speaker's Corner became a little bit of a circus while you were gone, bro. It became a little bit of a circus. Black Muslims arguments say Abid means slave of Allah, so it's okay. Yeah, I know. Do you think it's talking black speaking from where you were raised from? That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I bend my 2 fingers when I say that. Do you get what I'm saying? But let's not act like London cultural slang is not heavily influenced by black culture. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's Jamaican, there's Jamaican words in there, there's you know, it's mostly Caribbean, like black Caribbean slang that people are using. And it's like, cool. So one of your best debate was when you debated the Christian guy when he dropped the bomb. Debate Matthew 24. Matthew 24. I love that debate. I love that debate, man. That was a funny debate. Oh, that was actually a funny debate, man. I actually debated Matthew 24 the other day on the Hangouts with another Christian guy. And I was saying, yeah, Jesus ain't coming back, man, according to Matthew 24. But you can say what you want. These people acting like hyenas, but they want to say black people are the animals, says Reasonable Dogma. I mean, you said it quite well. You know what I mean? You said it quite well. Racer Rover, how you doing, man? That's the insecurity. It's so fake, like watching wearing caps backwards. It's true. It's true. Did you watch Omar shook up about his racist remarks? Yeah, I heard that Jedi that confronted him about it. I'm sure I'm sure his asshole probably started sweating. I'm sure he probably started sweating when that happened. You know what I mean? It's like, oh shit, I've got an answer for the shit that I say now. Fuck. It's like, yeah, bitch, you do. Okay? Like, yeah. So, problem is, like, you shouldn't have said it in the first place. But now when you get confronted, you know, you're probably gonna be like, oh fuck, shit, it's time. The time of reckoning is here now, isn't it? You know what I mean? You should watch what you fucking say. But, you know, like I said to people, I am on Twitter, Clara B. Just look for Sarah Garvey 9. What was I gonna say? So I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, that's the thing about having to. You need to yeah, you gotta like account for yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like, take account for yourself. And I've always said, like, people apologizing for saying something racist doesn't mean that they're no longer racist. It just means they got caught being racist and they know they've got to say sorry for it. Like, that's not gonna undo the years of racial, you know, racism that you hold within your DNA and in your bones and in your fucking soul. You know what I mean? Why don't I go Speaks Corner anymore? Imagine being white in 2018. Because it's become a circus. There's no need for me to be there. There's no, we're just talking about my debates. There's no debates down there anymore. There's none. Do you know what I mean? Like, not for me anyway. For other people maybe, but not for me. I can't do it. That's why I'm doing my talk show. You know, it's better for me, big bro, to do our talk show and let's do it that way. What do you make of hijab in Africa? Oh, mate. They're just over there collecting more abids, man. That's what I feel. I feel like they're over there collecting more abids. You know what I mean? More slaves to be there to worship them. You know? It's just like, man. I've seen that tactic before. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've seen the tactic of the missionary before. Especially the Arab missionary. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's nothing that ain't been done before. And like I said, black people generally need to wise up to these tactics. They need to really wise up, because the thing is, because we're not very well versed in our own history, we tend to repeat it. Said that about black people. You talk to black people about their history a lot. They don't know much. And I'm not saying you don't just read history just because, oh yeah, I want to feel like I'm smart. You read history to fucking learn from it, bro. It's like a CV. Like, when you go to a job interview, they read in your history, your CV, to see what the fuck you can do. You know what I mean? Like, they're not reading it because they want to be more intelligent. Read history to see what people can do and what people have done. And normally, the indicator of your history is normally going to indicate your future and your present. You know? It's like, if they've done it before, and that's how they're probably going to do it again. That's what you need your job interview. They look at your CV. It's like, oh, he's done it before, then he can actually do it again. You know, people don't realize that history is like a CV, man. Read it. Read it. What did someone say? Have you ever debated Sophia Lewis? I haven't debated Sophia Lewis. The Dower team should visit North Sentinel Island. They should. No, that's wishing death on someone. Don't do that. Everyone's scared to debate you. Yeah, well, do you know, it's not so much, well, it is, maybe it is me, but I mean, you have to look at, all right, look at this. This is how I look at it. People say don't bring the race card into it, but I've got to look at this. I've got to look at the landscape, right? We've seen how black people are treated in the Muslim Arab world, yeah, and in the world of Asia, right? So black people to them, in some way, shape or form, we even saw how their prophet treated black people. He had slaves and he traded them, right? So in their head somewhere, black people are only supposed to occupy a certain place. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can be Muslim, but know your place, Negro. Know your place, Abid. You know? And so what I represent, I feel like, is the Abid breaking free of the chains. And they're like, this motherfucker should be in his place. And I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna stay in my place, mate. Do you know what I mean? I'm actually smarter than you motherfuckers, and I'm gonna tell you. And it enrages them, because like, this Abid should be like the rest of the black Abids that I know. And it's like, no, I'm actually not. I'm actually not. So you can't hold me there. So, and I feel like a lot of that angers them. You know, it riles them up. You know, so yeah, I think I'm having to deal with that too. You know, I could be wrong, but yeah, how dare you question? Exactly, it's like, how dare you question us? How dare you? You're Abid. Stay in your place, Abid. And it's like, no. So yeah, I think that has a little bit to do with it. Yeah, I think that's a little. Do you think the Somali community should leave Islam? Listen, I'm not. Okay, listen to this. People might think this is a little bit controversial, but I don't think people should just leave a religion. And I'll tell you why. Some people need that shit to keep them in line. Some people, yeah, need something because they need it to keep them sane. Some of these motherfuckers are very insane individuals, and the only thing keeping them in line is the belief in some spook in the fucking clouds. Yeah? So, I don't know if people should just leave religion. I don't necessarily know. But I think it should be a transition into thought, not so much. And obviously, transitioning into certain thoughts will lead you to obviously leave a religion behind. But I'm talking about not just making people leave. I'm trying to make people start thinking. To start thinking differently. And with that, you know, the rest will follow. Free your mind and the rest will follow. I think that was like, who sang that? Free your mind. Anyways, the song. To be fair, South Africa didn't belong to anybody. It had nomad tribes moving about historically. Okay, we can deal with that trolley with trophy. Come on, let's just be honest, bro. Now, Great Britain as a place, okay, not all parts of Great Britain were inhabited by people. There were some that lived in the north, and maybe there was a big vast piece of land in the south somewhere that no one inhabited. Does that give a foreign people the right to jump on that land and say, yeah, this is ours now? No, of course it doesn't. So I don't play that argument. I'm so sorry, because it's like me saying, well, you've never used your attic. I know it's in your house, but you've never used your attic. So if I just jump in your attic, what, you know, it wasn't being used. It's like, bro, come on, like, it's still my fucking attic. Do you know what I mean? I may not use it for the rest of 2 generations, 3 generations, but it's still my fucking attic. So I don't think any foreign people should be invading people's lands, even though they look around for 200 miles and they don't see a person. It's still not yours. It's still not yours. Because what you're doing, like I said, you're opening the door. You're opening a door that doesn't need to be opened, because you know you wouldn't like it done to yourself. Do you think Tan is back in Malaysia now? Dead? Oh, I don't wish death on people. I don't know. I don't know what's happening with Tan. I don't speak to Tan, so, but I'm not wishing death on him. What's your thoughts on the Eritrean Ethiopian community? I think they need to deal with their isms and schisms. You know, great debate with a guy from New York. Did a lot of ducking and dancing. What's your debate record? Honestly, I'm thinking you're talking about Imam Bashir. My taxi driver. It's not a no smoking site. It's the airbag. How to put your children safely in the seats. It's on all It's on all what do they call them? Sun visors. It's on all sun visors. What happened in America? Didn't people invaded by plenty of immigrants? Look at the way they treated in their own country. It's true. Like they were. Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa's coming too. When, like, if we do take America for instance, yeah. Anyway, White privilege with Rob. Yeah, that was an interesting debate too, with Rob, the white privilege debate. I enjoyed that one. Colorblind, not be so shallow. Thank you, Aurora. Why are Muslims slander method homosexuality? They tried it with Jeddah because, right? That's all they've got left. That's all you got left. Come on, like, if all you got left is slander and bad words, you've lost the debate, bro. You know, you start looking at people for things to like go for. It's like, it's dumb. What is Kwanzaa? Kwanzaa is it was originally started by African Americans. It's a celebration. Goes on for 7 days, and they have different principles that you must follow for the 7 days. It's about, I guess it's about, it was about African Americans trying to get back their quote unquote Africanness, blackness, and find a ceremony that was similar, find a ceremony or a celebration that they hadn't known as African Americans. Because being in America, they lost a lot of their identity, so they wanted to try and find something. It was started by a man called Maulana Karenga, and yeah, people celebrate it every year now. But it starts on what you would call Boxing Day. It starts on the 26th, and it goes on for 7 days. Look it up. What's the best thing that could be done to improve Africa? We're gonna go into that on my show. To be honest, I haven't seen one Muslim in Argentina. They have the biggest mosque in South America, but it's empty. Why is Islam not spread here? I know they've got the biggest mosque there, haven't they? I don't know. Maybe they're planning something. Maybe it's for the future, AR23, you know? You know, they're planning in advance. They built the biggest mosque there. Maybe there's going to be an influx in 2019. I don't know. I don't know, man. People plan for the future nowadays, so who knows? Merry Christmas. Sorry. I just don't like the way Eritreans and Ethiopians are tight-knit. As a white man was with an Eritrean girl and dad was totally against. Listen, most people are xenophobic to some degree. Let's just be honest. Most people want to be with their own to some degree. There are varying degrees of it. Some people do it to the point where they would actually kill their own siblings because they went outside of the tribe. And some people are just like, I want you to marry one of your own because that's the way we've always done it. And they're not going to kill. So there's varying degrees of nationhood or nationalism. I always said, because I'm a nationalist, but you know, I'm not going to kill somebody because they marry outside of the nation of black people. Like, listen, you're a grown person, you can do what the fuck you want. I'm just choosing it for myself, you know? Like, yeah, people talk a lot about like the interracial thing, like it's like, for me, like it's going to take over the world. And I'm like, listen, be the thing that you want to see, because then people will take your example. So be the thing that you want to see. So focusing on the thing that you don't like to see. That's what I say. You know what I'm saying? So I am now embodying the thing that I want to see in everybody else. You know, that's what I prefer to do. I'll embody that. I want to be this. Sarah Garvey's going to be this. That's what I'm going to be. And if people see it, they're going to be like, you know what? That's actually quite positive. I want to be like that. And that will, you know, maybe a revolution will happen like that. Do you know what I mean? Stop focusing. Their obsession with gays is out of this world. I know. I'm telling you. I've never seen such a people who don't like homosexuality that talk about it so much. It's weird. It's really fucking weird. But then when you look at they say the Muslim world has like the biggest searches for gay porn on the planet. So maybe they're all secret homosexuals. I don't know. It's probably why they're so obsessed with it. I don't know. Yeah, but they are obsessed with homosexuality. They talk about bums a lot and batty man this and homosexuality that and they always want people to be gay. It's like, guys, like if you don't like it, why are you always talking about it? It's weird. Anyway, it was very interesting to know. I've never seen an empty mosque for straight days. Yeah, yeah. So we're talking about the debates, aren't we? My mind was going somewhere else. We have to roll out soon, though, peeps. We have to roll out soon, though. But I'm hoping everyone has a good, you know, holiday, as I call the holiday season. 46% of Muslims in Arabic countries are homosexual. Facts by Christian Prince. Really, Aurora? I don't know. I'll have to see the stats. I'm not saying you're wrong, but that sounds like nearly half of the bloody nearly half of the people there are homosexual. Hang on. Why are you using that logic? Why are you always talking about Islam? I talk about ideas. I talk about ideas. I'm not an undercover Muslim. I talk about ideas. I talk about all kinds of ideas. Islam being the one that's encroaching upon the society that I'm currently living. So yeah, I'm going to talk about it. But homosexuality isn't encroaching upon Islam. Or maybe according to the stats it is, which is probably why you're talking about it so much. So maybe I'm ignorant there. Maybe the reason why they talk about homosexuality so much is because it's rife in their community and there's something that we don't know. So yeah, I'm open to it being that. Everything is energy, the quote you don't want to hear. But it is though. And that sends them crazy too, innit? What do you mean? How can everything be energy? Ah, you're stupid. Ah, doesn't make sense. Yeah, it does. Here's the science. Yeah, but, you know, Allah, and yeah, but God, and yeah, but... Here's the science. You know, I don't... What more do you want me to say? You know, everything's energy. I mean, Albert Einstein said the same thing, I believe. Everything's energy in one way, shape, or form. So... what do you want me to do about that, man? I can't do nothing about it, man. I can't do nothing about it. Yeah, the energy thing is something that I hold dear to my heart. You know, as a pantheist myself. Where do these statistics actually come from? I don't know, Lemonade. I was just quoting Aurora Dawn, if I'm totally honest. And she said Christian Prince said it. So what we've got now is we've got three people in the chain. So I'm open to it being wrong because it's just hearsay right about now. But it could be right. Bait with the black Muslim, can't remember his name, it was funny as he was frothing. Is that the Jamaican guy? Is that when I was talking about Adam must be a black man? That's another thing. That gets them going crazy too. I'm like, bro, it's fucking science. First people are African, what do you want me to do? Oh, no, Adam is must be a black guy, right? Must be a guy from Africa, right? No, Adam was formed of the mud. Adam was... Bro, I ain't trying to hear that shit. Like, I ain't trying to hear it. Wonder what CP looks like. Do you think porn is destroying society? Is porn destroying society? Might be from the inside. Maybe. It could be. I don't know. I think a lot of things may be destroying society, not just porn. You know? I think self-confidence is destroying societies, and lack of it could be one of the things that are destroying society. Yeah. Self-confidence or lack thereof. I think the fear that people have in themselves, in their potential, in not reaching it. I think a lot of people are fearful of actually, for want of a better term, embodying the God within them. It's a fear because we've been told that confidence and power, yeah, is like a bad thing. And it's like, well, it can be used for bad, but you need to understand yourself. If you understand yourself, I think you should use your quote unquote power to help. Christian Christian Prince is a Christian versus Shabir Yusuf just makes up his own stuff from his own findings sometimes. Could be. Could be. Yeah, I think going back to society, I think a lot of things are destroying society, man. But then I think it's subjective. Like, people might think it's not. People might think things are advancing society. I think technology is destroying society. But here I am on my phone. Do you know what I mean? I think technology is destroying society. But like I said, it's subjective, man. It's subjective. Where's Muhammad Tawhid? Oh no. I don't give a fuck about that motherfucker. Everything in moderation. There you go. Everything in moderation. That's the one. Everything in moderation. What's the solution to stop knife crime, which is rife in your community? Solution to stop knife crime. First of all, self-confidence. Keep telling people. I think self-confidence and lack thereof is the root cause to a lot of shit. I think it's a root cause to a lot of shit. A lot of people don't want to feel like they're better than the situation that they are in, and they don't have the confidence to ban knives. So how are we gonna cook? What about the chefs? Can't ban knives. Yes, ban forks. Sorry, I was going somewhere. You guys gonna try to take me off. Yeah, I think self-confidence, man. I think a lot of these people don't have confidence. A lot of people who get involved in things do not have the confidence to do the things that they want to do or they should be doing, you know. I just think self-confidence is an issue all throughout humanity, man. I really do. I think it leads, so lack of self-confidence leads people all to a whole host of places. And I think generally, like I said, I think black people in general have been so far removed from who they are or who they could be, and that they choose to, you know, we can go to social engineering, we can go to societal problems, we can go to fucked up housing, we can go to crime. It's thinking about it is layered, it's multi-layered, you know. There's not just one thing you can try and pinpoint as a reason why knife crime is going on. I think it's worse here. I'd rather be shot than get stabbed. Really? So did Rasta get this nigga wake up call? I think he got his nigga wake up call. Another dogma, maybe. I think, hopefully he did. Hopefully he did. It's a culture thing almost. It's like cool to have a weapon somehow. Yeah, it could be cultural too. Like, it could be just the culture that we're in. Like, I've never had the need to have a weapon. But, you know, I live in a different culture. Whereas Gary's around, man. He's probably coming back probably next year sometime. We evolve, man. Like, we should do the right thing and my righteous fact, 100%. Salute Sarah G. Please see, read here about divine hate. How you doing? Are you correct? Divine hate. Interesting. Interesting title. Divine hate. It's like an oxymoron. Sounds interesting. A hand grenade costs £20. God damn. Why is the Islamic community so much into crime in the minorities? That's so shocking. It's true. There's, you know, we need to that needs to be unpicked. We can unpick it. You know what I mean? Like, or they can unpick it to try and see why. You know, I know a lot of people in jail are Muslim. You know what I mean? I actually felt safe when I was there a couple of years ago. Okay. Listen, family, it's been an hour. Well, it's been 59 minutes and 18 seconds. So I'm going to duck out. I think my break is over. Hope everyone enjoyed the chat. Yeah, go check out the my playlist on my YouTube called Sarah at Speaker's Corner. And go and look at the debates. Share them, like them, subscribe to my channel, and yeah. Sorry, you guys take them up. I'm reading your comments. Yeah, go watch them, go share them, go like them, and I shall see you soon. If I don't see you before the new year, be good. And if you can't be good, be careful. Peace, family. Peace.